This is an exclusive video from WOLnews.com.
We're talking to head coach Mike Clark, and after a hard-fought 31-24 victory over Kings, not maybe the prettiest game, but as a lot of coaches have said, there's nothing like a ugly win. There's a win's a win, and Kings always fights back.
They do, John. We're happy. We're going to take it. That's what I told the guys after the game. It was certainly ugly, but they made it ugly. We made mistakes. They capitalized. Part of our making mistakes is probably attributed to them. So I'm sure just like some of the mistakes they made are attributed to us. So look, a win is a win. We're happy. We talked about being better at home. We're 3-0 at home. We talked about being 1-0 in the league today. We're 1-0 in the league. So while there's going to be a lot to improve and fix this week, we'll take it. But I think collectively, from myself down, from a play calling standpoint, from a game management standpoint, down through the rest of our staff and through our players, we could have done some things today to make the game a lot easier than it ended up being.
Yeah, well, it seems like it was a rough start, and frankly, it didn't surprise me after the Ithaca game. I don't know. It's always, I think, tough to focus right away. And it was a slow start, but then Lycoming took control in the middle.
We had a good third quarter. I mean, defensively, I thought we played pretty well in the first half. John, you hold anybody to 3 points, and especially when you've turned it over twice, I think, in the first half, then that's a pretty good half defensively. Offensively, we're in their red zone. You make a mistake, and a drop ball becomes an interception that, realistically probably should have been a touchdown. For them, but in the third quarter we got out and we got off the ball quicker. They were kind of limiting us a little bit in the run game, and we allowed them to do that some by just playing slower, trying to choice some things to figure out where to go. We just in the second half we were calling plays and we were getting off the ball, and I think that helped us a ton in the run game.
Yeah. If anything, I guess it maybe you'll bring the fellas back down to earth and get them this week a little bit focused. The MAC is always tough. It's a tough league, but on the positive side, 3-1's not a bad start.
Well, we're pleased with being 3-1. The MAC is tough. We knew these guys would hang around. We talk about that all the time. Our last 3 games have all been close. Kings always has tough kids. They came out and essentially abandoned a run, it looked like, in the second half, but they were able to complete some balls, and that's all that matters. In the end, it comes down to how many points you score. So we're lucky today we outscored them, but they did a nice job in the fourth quarter when we'd kind of opened it up. And again, when we were backed up, we should have run the ball, and that takes us probably another 2 minutes off the game clock. And it just that's something that I have to fix.
Is it just one last question? Is it a team that gets ahead pretty good, like in the third quarter? Is there a sense of just kind of sitting back and not really putting it away?
That can happen. I mean, when we got to 31, we felt pretty good about ourselves, but you don't think at that point that there's any way they score 18 points to beat you, and they didn't. And at that point, it might have been, gosh, I don't even know what the score was at that point. But we had when we got to 31, it might have been 31-13, I guess. Yeah. I don't think that we didn't feel that they would be able to score that much, but when you turn the ball over, which we did once, and we intercepted a ball in our territory, and again, I call it a pass with 11 minutes to go in the game, and we should have run the ball. I mean, we called 2 passes on that drive that are incomplete. There's another minute and a half. I mean, it should never have gotten to that point from a game management standpoint. So that's, it's a combination of things, but give them credit. They kept coming. Their kids play hard. Every team in our conference plays hard. And I told our guys that today was the first step of a 7-week fight, a 7-week journey, however you want it. But there are no easy games in our conference, and I think today was a great example of that.
Okay, well, nice win, and enjoy tonight and start working on next week, and we'll see you midweek.
Yeah, I didn't hear the Albright score, but I'm sure, again, I know that was tied at some point, so there are no easy ones, John. So I appreciate it. We'll take this today, and we'll get back to work tomorrow.
Thanks, Mike.
Yep.